The mainstream media just cannot help themselves. Again and again and again, there is bias. There is liberal progressive bias. And don't get me wrong, I know there are so many hardworking journalists. I have worked as a journalist. It can be a difficult job. But when you look at what is going on, you see this consistent, pervasive, progressive bias that seeps into coverage. It clouds the narratives. It breeds a distrust among many facets of the public. And the latest example of this you can see with home makeover tycoons Chip and Joanna Gaines. Now, if you've missed the story, this joyful duo, who I really love, I think they're great, they found themselves in the middle of, I guess, a media controversy because of a simple campaign donation. Now, if we look at political outlet The Hill tweeted, quote, "TV stars Chip and Joanna Gaines donate to campaign against critical race theory in schools." Now, that sounds controversial, but when you click the details and you read a little bit more, you realize that there seems to be some conflating of details going on, some oversimplification, and I think this has become all too unfortunate in the press, because once you click that story, there's a subtitle, and that subtitle adds some really essential information. That information reads, quote, "A TV famous sibling gave his sister $1,000 to run her campaign." And that, my friends, is the actual story. That's the real story. The headlines are out there playing up some mystery campaign that the Gaines donated to, but yet when you read the story, you realize that's not the case at all. Chip Gaines' sister, Shannon Braun, is running for a local school board in Texas, and Braun, who does happen to oppose critical race theory among many other stances because she's a human being and, like most of us, cares about other things, merely got some support from her loving brother, who happens to be a famous TV star. Now, I do find it interesting that The Hill also cited the Dallas Morning News at the start of their article, but when you read the Dallas Morning News, you actually get a much more accurate headline. And that headline reads, quote, "Chip and Joanna Gaines, a fixer-upper, have a relative running for Grapevine Colleyville ISD School Board." That's the story. Not the critical race theory thing, but the fact that they have a relative running for office. And yet, you've got people out there plucking an issue out, fixating on it, people in the media purportedly trying to get clicks and to create controversy around the Gaines. The Hill also did something interesting. They resurrected a 2017 manufactured controversy that went viral about the Gaines membership in a church that many outlets said was known for its anti-LGBTQ views. That prior crusade exposed the completely unremarkable reality that the majority of Christian churches, and that would, I guess, include the Gaines Church, I don't know, embrace a traditional biblical view on marriage. Anyway, getting back to the issue at hand, some on the left are freaking out over this whole critical race theory thing, and they're basically saying that they can no longer support Chip and Joanna Gaines. They can't buy their products, they can't watch their shows, I guess, I don't know. There's all this frustration about it, and really at the end of the day, the media don't help. Right? The media are not providing the proper context, the tweet, the headlines, the things that are out there. This is about a brother donating to his sister's campaign, and yet here we are with this bottomless barrel of bias. I just want to say props to Chip Gaines, props for supporting your family. I don't know where he stands on the issues. I'm not even here to talk about critical race theory. I just admire when people support their family and the people they love. So I love that. And my message to the media is very simple. It's two words. Do better.